I am ready now.
Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan. Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
And what can we expect?
Surprises!
Engineered by Jay Timko and produced by Eric Beatty. And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to the Detroit Cast on a Thursday. Almost done with a week already, huh? What are you laughing at?
Just Timko just huffs the shit out of those smelling.
I know. He crushes it and snorts the crap out of it. Oh, man. Anyway, hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. I am Mike. That's Jay. Big E is here. Timko is here. Kadog is an asshole is here. Poos. Poos is here.
Dead. Poos.
Look at the Poos.
You son of a bitch. What's she doing?
She got important documents? She should be chewing on her bone.
She got my Switch.
No way. That's your Eric Switch.
Yeah.
Is it unusable now?
No.
You can still beat him with it, right?
It looks like a Harry Potter wand now, but...
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a switch so that Jay can beat Eric, as he promised yesterday. If at any point you feel uncomfortable with that, Jay...
How old is this dog, dude?
That dog is 5.
When's it gonna stop eating, like, sticks and shit?
When sticks stop being delicious.
God.
Yeah, Poos. Lay down, Poos. Anyway, big show today. Dare I say a big show today. We got people behaving badly. We got the bulldozed house. We got an Asian driver. Have you seen that video yet?
No, I'm looking forward to it.
It's awesome. It finally puts to rest the idea that Asians aren't good drivers. Yeah, it finally puts that to rest, I think. We've got a sauna story. We got a dick kangaroo. We got a shark, Canadian, one of our fine friends to the north.
Neighbors to the north, yeah.
Yeah, had a little tantrum. We'll get into that. I noticed our word of the day is Sharpie. What is that?
Yeah, you know what? We'll get to that.
We will?
Apparently.
Well, your cock is huge. It's massive. I'm in awe of your cock.
We know where you're going with that.
Hey, if I have to be the guy in the cast with the big dick, I guess I'll do it. I mean, somebody has to be the guy. All right.
You'll take on that role?
Just because I'm proclaiming that, yeah, most guys are bigger than Sharpies, I reckon.
Well, your cock is huge. It's massive. I'm in awe of your cock.
By the way, before we get into all that, and
I think Jay's trying to say his cock is huge
from head to toe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
My mom just sent me a text right before we went on the air here.
Mike, I'm sorry to bother you. I know that you're getting ready for the show.
No.
You guys will have a great show, I'm sure.
Say hi to Jay. It's always they're driving right now. They're in the middle of a long drive to Arizona from California. Okay. They're going down to meet Marshall.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So they're like, there's a bit of a nip in the air. It's like 70. It's like, okay, fuck both of you. All right, seriously. Well, it gets chilly in the city. We went into the city to see some comedians, and it got down to almost 50. Oh, that's horrifying.
What does everybody say about Arizona's weather, though? It's the dry heat. It's different.
Yeah.
105 is different than 105 here. It's a dry heat.
Which is true. That is true, but it is balls hot in the summer. But the rest of the year, the other 9 months of the year, it's 80 degrees and gorgeous in a very dry heat. You'd love it, Jay. You'd love it. Anyway, so my mom sends me this text. Just says, wow, check this out about the girls you talked about. Abigail and Brittany Hensel.
Ah.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Ready?
Yeah.
The one. Nice job, E.
No, I know. The twins that we were talking about yesterday. Yeah. I think I might know what she's going to say because I think someone pointed it out to me today.
Okay. What you got?
That they were on a show. They had a reality show.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know. I know that now, but that's not what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
They were born in 1990. Timko's trying to find them now. I would love to call these two.
Mm-hmm.
They suffer, or not suffer, but they have what's called dicephalic parapagus twins.
Oh, is that what having two heads is called?
Yeah, that's what they call it. Meaning that they are conjoined twins, each of whom has a separate head, but whose bodies are joined. They are highly symmetric, giving the appearance of having just a single body with little variation from normal proportion. In fact, several vital organs are doubled up. Each twin has a separate heart, stomach, spine, and spinal cord.
Wow, man.
Each twin controls her half of their body, operating one of the arms and one of the legs. This means that as infants, the initial learning of physical processes that required bodily coordination, such as clapping, crawling, walking, required the cooperation of both twins. While each is able to eat and write separately and simultaneously, activities such as running and swimming must be coordinated and alternate symmetrically.
It's like a three-legged race. You know those things you do at the picnics?
Yes.
Tie your leg to somebody. Okay, ready, go.
Diverse activities like brushing hair and driving a car require that each twin perform a sequence of separate actions that coordinate the other. Wow. Yeah, so I don't know. If there's any chance of finding them, we'll find them. You think you got them?
Wouldn't you rather be them than Ronnie and Donnie, though?
Yeah.
I mean, Ronnie and Donnie are just kind of...
You want to try and call them?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Get a number? All right. Abby and Brittany. They're probably going to be like, this is old news, guys. We were on a TV show. I've not tried this number at all. This is not pre-set up, so if it just goes to a dead phone, that's why. Hi, is Abby or Brittany there? Abby is. Brittany's at home.
Really? And did you discover anything about their marital situation?
Or their vagine situation.
We'll see what we can do here. Where'd it go, dude?
I don't know. Hello?
Hello? Hello, hello? Should we say everything twice?
Hello?
Hello, hello. Abby, Abby, and Brittany, Brittany.
Did they hang up on us?
I don't know.
They might have.
You got to coordinate everything, you know? Maybe one of them grabbed the phone, one of them meant to press.
They do that all the time.
Yeah.
Still working on that coordination thing, apparently. 20 years old.
Hello?
Hi, is Abby or Brittany there?
Nope,
They're not.
they are not.
Is this their mother?
Yep.
Hey there, it's Mike and Jay calling from the Detroit Cast in Detroit, Michigan. How are you?
Hi, good.
Good. This is going to sound weird, but we were talking about conjoined twins the other day on our show, and we ran into pictures of them, and we thought we were just fascinated by it, so we were hoping to talk to them.
Okay. No, they don't stay here anymore, and they're out in the working world.
Oh, do you have a number for them?
I do, but I'm probably not going to give it to you.
Oh, why not? We're nice guys.
Yeah, we've heard that a lot.
Oh, we are, though. Seriously. How are they doing? They're beautiful girls.
Yeah, they're doing good.
Yeah.
What kind of work do they do?
They're teachers.
They're teachers?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, okay.
Wow, what age do they teach?
4th and 5th.
4th and 5th.
Is it a split class or? I'm sorry? Is it a split class
No,
or?
it's 2 different classes. It's 4th grade and 5th grade.
Okay. How does one do that? I mean,
You'd have to be a student.
yeah. Well, admittedly, I wasn't very good in school, but I don't know. Seriously, how would they do that? No,
Where
I don't.
are you calling from?
Detroit.
Detroit.
Yep.
So does one handle the class for one period and then they switch to the other age group, or how do
periods?
No, they kind of do it at the same time.
Wow, okay. So what? I'm still struggling to figure out.
Do you have other children?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you know what? One fact that we came across yesterday in doing some research on them. Are they married?
No, and they're not engaged. So
They're
whenever
not.
you do your research via the YouTube or internet or something like that, it's probably not that reliable.
Oh, well, thank God we got you on the phone then to clear some of it up.
So they're not married or engaged. Never have been.
Correct, never have been.
Now, did they have a reality show at one point?
Learning Channel?
They did some things. They did a couple documentaries with TLC, which, if you want some of your questions answered, that might be your best source to go to.
Oh, you seem a bit tentative with us. Have you guys gotten some?
Well, I don't know that I heard you correctly.
Yeah.
Like you're from a radio station? Is that what you said?
Well, sort of. We do a show out of my house, and we were just fascinated by the girl's story.
Okay. Yeah. So because I can't guarantee anything that what you were going to say is going to actually be accurate, is why I would be hesitant.
Oh, well, we're not going to write anything. We're talking to you. People are going to hear exactly what you say.
Okay. Well, then I'm done talking to you.
Why?
Because if I can give you a great example of a radio station that put nothing but shit on about their radio station, and then I had to call and correct all that, and then then it was no big deal. They don't have to verify any of their sources. Now you're talking to a good source, so you're probably hearing very accurate information. But
that's why we called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean with the media. Nothing drives me more nuts than the media and the way they do things. I've done interviews before, and they can't seem to get any facts right. It drives me nuts, too.
Well, they don't try to get any facts right, is kind of what I heard. So
that's fair. That's fair. But that's why we called the source instead of just reading the story and reporting on it. That would be irresponsible. We wouldn't do that.
Okay, great. That's great.
Yeah. At least not on the phone. But anyway. Yeah, it'd be nice to talk to them. I wish they were there. But was it hard growing up with, I bet that took you guys by surprise when you gave birth.
Yep. The birth was all a surprise. So.
What did you think going into it? Did you think it was just going to be twins, and then it was like, surprise?
No, I didn't even know it was going to be twins. So.
Oh,
whoa,
wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Were they your first children?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, I was a breech presentation, and so I was going in for a C-section, and so that's how.
And what did they say to you when usually the baby comes out and they hand it to you and they go, hey, congratulations. What did they say to you?
Well, I was a little bit sedated, so
yeah.
I'm not remembering all of that, but yeah, and they told me, and I understood, and fairly sedated, but.
And I'm not going to pretend to know much about their condition at all, but isn't it true that their condition didn't offer any sort of hope of separation or anything like that? Okay.
Yep.
Wow. So how do you teach children like that to walk? And that's got to be complicated.
Okay. So first of all, am I on your air right now, or are you doing anything live right now?
We're recorded.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not. We're not going to edit you or anything. Whatever you say, you say.
Okay. Well, I would just as soon stop, I guess, because I just got home from work and I've got dogs outside that are running, and I need to call them in because it's dark and I don't see them.
Okay. Well, we can call you back.
Okay. Well, you don't have to.
No,
we could.
I know, but
I give you 5 minutes, or
it's no big deal.
Yeah, but and one question leads to another question. I can tell you that they've done things for TLC. They've done a couple documentaries for them, and then they did a longer documentary, which they, was in 6 series, and that's where people get the reality show from. But,
okay. Well, if you could just give us the cell number like you promised, we'll be on our way then.
Yeah. No, I didn't promise you their cell phone.
I know. I'm playing with it. I know.
And I wouldn't do it. One of our worst experiences came from a radio station. So I'm
really. What happened? Can you at least tell me what happened?
Well, they went on the air talking about them and making, crude jokes about consummating the marriage that never took place. And friends of theirs actually heard it in the state that it was on. And, so when I called them, that's when I'm told that they didn't have to verify any of their stories. They just hope they're all true.
Really?
So, yeah.
What
and
state?
I'm not, I've learned to be kind of non-trusting because people take what they want, and they all of a sudden it shows up in something that you would never have ever purchased yourself, and now all of a sudden it's there.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of things like that.
Well, Patty,
Lots of bad experiences.
maybe we'll call you
And
back.
I would love to. I would. It
Yeah.
isn't that, I would love to tell you all. There's, they're great. They've done well. They're teaching. They're working on a master's degree.
Wow.
Things have just worked for them.
Yeah.
Luckily, can I say that I taught them to walk? No, but they just walked, and so it was great. And we did physical therapy, and we did
Vagine?
things just worked for them, and
Right.
so we didn't ask why. We just went with it.
Vagine? Yeah.
So, if I could put them up on a billboard and say they're great, I would.
One butthole.
But
Yeah.
somebody would. Okay, I heard that.
Sorry.
Okay. See, that's the stuff that.
No, I'm just.
I'm their mom, and now you're talking shit. So I'm done talking.
He was
shit.
just skimming notes here.
I'm skimming notes here. Someone passed me a note or something. Patty. Patty? Patty?
Trisha?
Patty?
She went bye-bye.
Sorry.
What happened?
Can't blame me for that one.
No.
You son of a
that
bitch.
one's on me. My bad.
One vagine, one butthole.
Well, I'm
Did you hear they're
curious.
working on a master's degree?
I still want to know how they're doing the classroom thing.
I mean, am I wrong to assume it's a split class?
No. No. God damn it. I didn't want to do that. I didn't mean for her to hear that. I'm sorry. That one's on me. I'm going to take that one. That's my bad.
I'll take the masturbating clown. You take the conjoined twin butthole.
Yeah.
We'll call it even.
You can't say you weren't wondering. You can't say that.
It is a very interesting case. If you look at these pictures, man, it's one body.
It
with
is.
2 heads.
2 spines.
Bit of a wide body, but
Nah, it's not wide. Look at that. It's like they're 2 people until it gets to the waist.
yeah, it's incredibly interesting.
They look like fun girls, though. They really do.
Those are teachers.
They're teachers.
A split class.
How else are you gonna do it?
I don't know. You're right.
I mean, I asked her if they leave the room, they teach for a period, then leave. No, that's not how they do it. Okay, well,
You'd have to be one of their
Fuck, dude.
students.
What happens while the one is teaching her class and the other is she grading papers on the side?
Or the other one's got to take a shit or something, Pardon me.
One asshole.
Your 4th grade teacher needs to hit the bathroom.
Yeah. I don't know. There's so many questions. It's crazy.
and she was having none of them. God damn.
No, she was super on guard. She was super on guard. Well, that was Patty, everybody. She talked to the mom. We're closer. I still think the crown jewel is Donnie and Ronnie.
Oh, fuck.
You know what I mean?
Get Ron and Don on. Oh, my God.
Hopefully they can roll with things. Anyway, well, there you go. So, on to bigger and better things.
I heard that. Now you're talking shit.
Oh,
She just wanted to say shit. She didn't think she could say shit on the air, did she?
Yeah, she thought we were going to have to dump her.
Oh, you can't say that on the air. Yeah. Say anything you want, lady. Hey, we got some video that has surfaced of New Jersey cops gunning down an unarmed black man. He tried to surrender during a traffic
Have you
stop.
seen the video?
I have. Have you?
No, I've not. What's your analysis tell you?
I'll show it to you. And it's funny, when I read the story, I was like, oh, this doesn't sound good for my boys in blue. This just doesn't come off
I thought
well.
the same thing as I read it.
It's dashboard footage from a fatal police shooting. This is in New Jersey, which confirms eyewitness accounts that the victim was stepping out of the car with his arms raised when officers shot and killed him. Sounds horrific. Why would they do that?
Facebook screen down.
I'm not doing that. I was looking at something else.
Okay, can you put your screen down?
I want you to put your screen down.
my
so you can
screen
see
down.
it.
Gotcha.
Police pulled over a car in which Jermaine Reed was a passenger. And during the course of the stop, a handgun was revealed and later recovered. But witnesses said the officers, Brahim Days and Roger Worley, opened fire and killed Reed as he was peacefully exiting the vehicle. Denzel Mosley, one of the witnesses, said Reed's hands were in plain sight and that the officers were telling him, get out of the car, then yelling, stop, and then they just started shooting.
Okay.
This is painting a horrific picture, right?
It is.
It sounds like I might have been at the scene. I got to be honest with you. Show me your hands. Show me your fucking hands. One officer said quickly, and then get him out of the car. We got a gun in the glove compartment. After the gun's retrieved, well, I'll play it for you and see what you think. And I'm not saying the cops were right or wrong, but stories like this make it sound like they walked up, these guys had their hands out the window, and then cops just opened fire for no reason. So.
Hey, how y'all doing? How you doing? Good.
Pause for a sec.
Officer James, Bristol Police. Reason
Now, of interest here, real quick, I was wondering, this happened on December 30th. Now, we're a few weeks later. The way this reads is police gunned down unarmed black man. So it's like, okay, where is Rev Al? This is right up his alley.
Yeah.
Cops are just gunning down black guys.
It's outrageous.
This is an outrage. Except the cop that opens fire is also black.
Oh. It doesn't count then?
Ooh, no. Black lives only matter when they're taken by white people. I thought I've taught you that.
My God,
That's the only time black lives matter is when white people take out said black lives.
I'm sorry.
So anyway, the white guy does fire one bullet, but the black guy is really the guy in charge. He's really the Panus of the scenario. So anyway, here we go.
When you went right through that stop sign back there. Where at? right on South Pine Street. Hey, you got a driver's license?
Yeah, I got my driver's license.
What's up, man? Can you go and grab for me?
Fast stop sign, we stopped.
No. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Don't move. Don't you move. Don't you move. Get him out the car, Raj. We got a gun in this glove compartment. Don't you move. Don't move. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Don't you move. Don't. I'm telling you, I'm going to shoot you. You're going to be
So the
dead.
partner's at the driver's side.
You reach for something, you're going to be dead. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
The guy you're hearing is at the passenger
Hands
side.
right there. Hey, Jerome, you reach for something, you're going to be dead. He's reaching. Show me your hands. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't move. Don't you move.
So did the white guy on the driver's side fire?
He fired one bullet, I think.
At the passenger.
Yeah.
Somebody cuff him. No, right here. Cuff him right there.
Dude, how can this article say what it says? You can't tell from that. You can't tell what.
How can this say what it's, the title of the YouTube video?
The title of the video is Not Again. New Jersey cop fatally shoots unarmed black man with hands up.
Huh.
Is that a little deceptive
for
the
sure.
video? This is the article. New Jersey cops gunned down unarmed black man as he tried to surrender during traffic stop. This is the bullshit that the media does, trying to keep this going. This idea that police are just out hunting black men.
Dude, if that was a white guy, holy shit.
Oh, can you imagine?
Yeah.
I mean, they're pointing to, look how hostile he is. He's yelling the F word, and he's yelling, don't move or I'll shoot. I'll fucking shoot. Like, he's telling the guy he's fine. He's having a conversation with the guy. Everything's going swimmingly until he says, Raj, we got a fucking gun in here. We got a pistol in this car. Don't move. Don't move, over and over and over. And then the guy decides to get out of the cop car, or get out of the car. I mean, what am I missing? Seriously.
No, it's hard to tell when he exits what exactly is going on, whether he's reaching for something or. You certainly can't conclude from that he's surrendering with hands up. It does look like one hand is kind of in the air, but you can't tell what's going on. I'm going to trust that the black cop standing outside the door right there,
isn't
2
a racist?
feet away, is not a racist, and number two, probably sees something that concerns him.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that.
And I think if we can just get past this idea that you're going to have a discussion with a cop at some point in a traffic stop, and you're on equal footing. You're just not.
Exactly.
Like, if a cop says, don't move, how about we try not moving and just see if we get away from that. And I feel like a cop apologist. But
it's just common sense, man.
It is, and I'm not saying the guy deserved to die. He rolled the way this will get spun, if it gets spun and gets any traction, will be that black guy got murdered for rolling through a stop sign, which the offense has nothing to do with this. That anybody would have got stopped for that very same thing. You go through a stop sign, you can expect to get pulled over. How you conduct yourself after that happens, you know. The fact is the cops don't know what they're walking up to. And that cop walked up and said, hey, how you doing? You got a license? You rolled through a stop sign there. I mean, that is going to be your everyday, average, nothing traffic stop.
Yeah.
Until he finds a fucking gun in your glove box.
And then at that point, instead of taking this attitude like, whoa, I'm being disrespected.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna mouth back or I'm gonna do what I do. Yeah. No. At that point, you're done, man. At that point, you surrender and...
Yep. Everybody goes home alive. You know, maybe you take a trip downtown. You think the cop disrespected you. You think he yelled at you too much. You can take that up. Get a lawyer. Any lawyer will. There's hardly a lawyer in this country right now who isn't dying for a case like that. Oh yeah, you cop mistreating a black man? I'll take it. Take it up the court system. You might even make some money off it. But this idea that
you're gonna like get your way out of that.
Yeah.
The guy's got a gun trained on you, man, and he's watching every little move. Just a fool, absolute fool.
What do you think the driver was thinking after all that went down? Like, yes, sir, I'm complying.
Of course he is. Of course he is. And he gets down on the ground, and they don't shoot him.
Amazing.
I don't know.
Again, man.
Stories are just frustrating and irritating.
If that guy wasn't a black guy, holy shit, that cop.
Yeah, you're right. This would be Ferguson all over again. Did you see, by the way, the feds have come down with their ruling?
No, what'd they say?
What do you think they said?
Gosh, I didn't hear anything about it today. So
yeah, it's crazy. What they're doing right now
doesn't meet their higher standards.
Yeah, they're drawing up the paperwork to explain exactly why they're not going to indict this cop for jack shit all, which you didn't really need to hear because the Detroit Cast told you that 8 months ago or whenever it happened. We said there wasn't a chance. I think I bet the show on it. That there was no way they were going to indict this cop over that situation. They just weren't. But so I'm sure there was already some rioting in Ferguson. I swear to God, yeah.
Which Jay would have thought if he had cable.
Yeah, I don't have cable.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You do.
9-second increments.
Well, that's your phone's fault and your fault, but you've been given the resources to enjoy a plethora of interesting television.
Interesting programming.
Yep. You could watch TLC and watch our conjoined friends. Not in 9-second increments. That's your choice. Your behavior is what's leading to that end result. See how that works?
I need to get to that iPad. I gotta fix that, man.
Yeah, you do. So you just don't want the family having access to the outside world. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, controlling the media.
Oh man. Anyway, I'm sure people will just point to me as the racist that I am, and make this out to cops gunning down an unarmed black man. But I don't know.
It's common sense.
I just looked for that story. I just want them to show me that story, and I'm on board. I'm fully on board. If you show me the story where some guy's just doing what the cop said and gets gunned down over it, show me that video, and I'm fully on board. I'm in with you on that one. Show me the guy, and we saw the one guy at the gas station.
Oh my God!
Reached for his wallet, and the guy opens fire on him. Yeah, and he went to jail.
Like, damn!
Why'd you shoot me? You were reaching for something. Yeah, you asked me to get my ID. I reached into my car to get my ID, and you opened fire on me. That's bullshit.
That was total bullshit.
That was
remember that one?
I do remember it, Jay.
How do you feel? You get really quiet whenever I do these stories.
No, that's not.
We do
that's not why. I'm not going to say it better than you guys are going to say it. So if I don't know. I agree with you guys, so what am I going to say? I can't add anything to it.
Okay. I didn't know if you had a different...
No, I don't. If I did, I would let you know. But I agree with you. So
yeah. Anyway.
Hey, bitches. Zott Ford is your lease pull-ahead specialist. Right now, they can get you out of your lease early with no penalties to you. That's right. Regardless if you are driving foreign or domestic, Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, or Toyota, Zott Ford can get you in a new Ford now. Ditch your old tired junker and ride deep in a funky, fresh Zott Ford.
All right.
Check out their massive inventory and their amazing deals right now at ZottFord.com. SZOTT. Ford.com.
We got a guy in Minnesota. He's been arrested. And E, I need you to pay attention to this story.
This is a Big E move right here.
Yeah, this is totally a story for Big E. Everyone hang with us because it sounds like something you could see E doing, right?
For sure.
Yeah. Well, this guy's been arrested for elder neglect after he brought his 90-year-old mother to the bank and withdrew $850 in her name. Their stop at Wells Fargo came just hours after the man reported his mother dead, or hours before the man reported his mother dead. Police suspect he may have put her corpse in a wheelchair and used it to get the money.
Anything wrong with Eddie? It's an Ask Eric segment, really.
I think it's
I mean, she's already dead.
Yeah.
It depends on if he actually killed her or not. To me,
well, she's 90.
Mom and Dad are off to see Selma again. They loved it the first time.
Right.
They leave you with Nana. You smell something a little odd.
Well, no,
you walk over
that's
to
my question.
You walk over to grab the controller out of Nana's dead hand.
Simpsons are on, Nana.
Yeah. She doesn't react like she normally does. You figure it out. Oh my God, Nana's dead. What do you do?
Oh, shut up!
She's got her bank card falling out of her.
She does not have her bank card.
It's falling out of her pocket, and you're like, oh, light bulb goes off. It's a dim bulb, but it goes off anyways above your head, and you're like, maybe.
No,
who's gonna know?
No.
But then you realize her bowels released, so you have to take care of that.
I probably. It would just seem like too much work for not enough payoff. I'm not saying that I would think that I think
There's fat Social Security checks, E?
No, fat Social Security checks.
She's got three. She's got three of them falling out.
They're not going to keep coming.
Well, she's got three of them signed.
What? Okay.
Yeah, they're signed, but she's got to be there at least in person.
Falling out of her moo-moo.
That is the most ridiculous scenario I've ever heard.
Well, it's this scenario. We're reading a story about it.
No. You're not reading a story where, like, the fact that she would sit there and have these checks, 3 checks. You know what? No, I would not read.
Remember 4 checks.
Remember your friend Seinfeld? Seinfeld had thousands of uncashed checks.
Yeah, for like $1.
From Nana. All those birthday checks. He didn't cash any of them. And then he cashed them all. And Nana got hit with all of a sudden there was like $1,000 withdrawn from her bank account.
Yeah.
And she was all of a sudden she's bouncing checks.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
So I'm just saying, Jay's scenario is real.
Yeah.
It could happen where she's got a ton of checks.
No. But those were signed to Jerry, not Social Security to.
That's why you got to take her there, because they're in her name.
I'm not doing that. No.
All right. I'm just saying it could happen. Anyway, they think that police suspect he may have put her corpse in a wheelchair and used it to get the money. His name is David.
That is funny though.
Of course it is. David Vanzo is his name. He's from Plymouth, Minnesota. He denies his mom was dead when he made the withdrawal, but detectives find the circumstances suspicious. He's been investigated multiple times for financial exploitation. There was a reverse mortgage his mother couldn't explain to the tune of $118,000. Cash withdrawals of $47,500 and another for $26,500. In a search warrant, cops said witnesses at the bank told them the woman's feet were dragging under the wheelchair.
Oh. But wait. Okay, here's the thing.
She didn't move, and they couldn't tell whether she was breathing.
Okay, so it's believed that she was in a wheelchair. It sounds like she was. Who are these tellers that are just okay? Oh well.
Well, Nana was
signing
napping.
off on that.
She's 90. She's taking a nap.
Sole caregiver here.
No. If I'm a
would you be able
teller,
to resolve in your mind though? Let's suppose that you were Nana's sole caregiver and you put in years and time. How many Moxie pads is that?
Oh,
you know?
Countless.
I mean, over the years.
With that heavy of a flow, I mean,
you do everything for her. You know, you take her to the Holiday Inn to bathe her. You do everything. You cook her chicken nuggets.
So what?
Couldn't you resolve? You find her dead. Couldn't you resolve in your mind, like, she kind of owes me. She kind of owes me.
She does.
I would never go the route of she owes me. If I did it, I would go the route of, she doesn't need this money anyway.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. You can't take it with you.
That's right.
But I would, you know what, dude? It would be too much work for me. I would, honest to God, I would consider trying to find, I would consider taking them to the bank and trying to swindle my way into them cashing them.
But not taking her dead corpse with you?
No,
that'd be over the line.
That'd just be too much. Yeah. Well, not over the line, just a pain in the ass. I'm not. It would
when
depend on those checks. How much could Social Security checks be?
$850
Total. I'm not doing it
every
for
month.
Yeah, but I'm not wheeling. I would never do it. I would maybe try to swindle my way into getting the money from the bank somehow. Just say she's back in the place.
Well, what is it about wheeling her dead body in there that disturbs you
everything?
so much?
It worked at Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, it worked. And
throw some shades on her, wheel her in there. You and Tai Chung Gross can prop her
they
up
had a
under your
great
arms.
I love that movie.
They had a great weekend with Bernie.
Did.
He went water skiing and everything.
That was a movie, Jay.
But if you and Tai Chung Gross got on either side of her and just kind of grabbed a pant leg as you walked with yours and just walked her in there with shades on.
I don't want to touch dead bodies. No.
Well, you're touching clothing. You don't have to have her nude. I mean, that'd be gross.
No, I wouldn't. No, I would. I would have no problem taking the money, but I'm not dragging her body into the bank.
Well, when police responded to his call 7 hours later, telling them his mom had died, so he goes to the bank, cashes Nana's check, her mom's check.
What a scumbag.
7 hours later, he calls and he's like, "Yeah, it's crazy. She's dead and shit." They find the woman in her bed in a room with a strong odor of urine and feces.
See, they released, yeah.
Oh yeah, did they. She was wearing a fur coat and a pair of boots covered in feces.
Oh my God.
Vanzo says he got the $850 from a joint account and never neglected his mother. When a reporter came to the house to ask why Mom had been covered in excrement, he responded,
she died? I don't know.
What's excrement?
No.
Did he really?
No.
They went, excrement is poop.
I know it. Dude,
No. I hadn't changed her that day. See?
Yeah.
So it's common that people are changing Moxie pads and underwear. And then he said, my mother and I had an agreement. I took care of my mom for years. I'm the good guy here, not the bad guy. So he feels it's kind of owed.
Yep. See that? You could.
We had an agreement. I took care of her, and then I get to keep cash and checks or something.
I don't think that's out of line completely.
Well, is it that out of line then to wheel her in one last time? To get that one final payment?
Yes.
Come on. Really? Why?
Well, maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to say whether it's out of line or not. I'm telling you whether I would do it or not, and I wouldn't do that. No, I didn't. I said I would. I said I had no problem taking the money or somehow swindling that money out of those paychecks. I never said that I would not wheel a dead body.
Did you see the picture of the guy, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good-looking guy.
Sometimes there's just...
Look at that dude on the right.
Yeah, you just go, that's the kind of guy I pictured doing that.
Yeah. That's kind of where he's headed, don't you think? Kind of that crazy eyes.
He's got too much hair.
Yeah, that's right.
Way too much hair.
He's balding on top.
And someone messaged me today, which is something I already knew, and that said you guys are being fucking liars about this hair thing. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Somebody messaged me today saying that the time I went to get your water, you guys had this little talk about how you're just fucking playing it up, and I knew it. No, and you know what? I looked this weekend. Right. I have a mirror in my. Wasn't gonna bring it up, but I have a mirror in my basement bathroom that it kind of opens up like this, where you can really get a. And I couldn't. I'm not saying there's not something back there, but I could not.
Oh, there's something back there.
Well, okay, well,
maybe we've played it up a little bit, but. It's still there.
That's not what this guy. He said I should go back and listen to that.
Who's the guy who texted you or messaged you?
I don't know. It's on Facebook.
Well, why the
I
hell?
think we need to find out who this is.
Why
we
would
need to let everybody know who it is.
Well, I thought that started with a barber when you were getting your hair cut the other day.
Yeah. What do we call your barber?
Yeah, she did tell me that. I agree with you.
It originated.
I couldn't see. You know what?
Who messaged you?
Why don't you take?
Yeah.
Why don't you take a picture of it and show me that? You wouldn't take a picture when I tried to get you to show me that
I can take a picture. I'm not. We're in the middle of a show right now.
You wouldn't do it.
Who messaged you? We need to know.
I don't want to say his last name.
Go ahead.
First name.
Matthew.
Matthew what?
Matthew D.
Matthew D.
No, I'm not saying his last name.
Say it. I'll say it.
Where is it? Matt, this is not that. Your beef is with Walters when he says your last name.
Matthew Davis? Why would Matthew Davis do that?
I know. Why would Matthew Davis do that?
Lie to E like that.
I know. That's a weird thing.
Yeah. Matthew Davis sounds kind of like a dick, like he's a shit starter.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
I couldn't find it when I looked in the mirror on Saturday.
You couldn't? Well, you're
looking at some crazy
double mirrors where I can.
I mean, we've got a straight-on angle of it.
Plus, his mirror's probably got spooge all over it.
And on the break, I'll have you take a picture of the back of my head and show it to me.
All right. That's fine.
Hey, the Pigman has been delayed without a trial date set, man.
What? Why?
Yeah, it's just been put out there. They apparently the defense asked for a continuance last November. And so remember, it was supposed to be early January that got going. We went to the court website and there's just nothing there.
Mm.
This is just saying it's no new date has been set for trial. So
why? Why would they?
Fuck, I don't know, man. Look
What's
at that.
the hold up?
Look at that freaking guy.
Oh man, look at that baby. What was his name again? Little buddy.
Little Cooper.
Cooper. How's little buddy doing? You pick up little buddy yet?
Exposed, erect penis. Breast.
Show you the exposed breasts. We mentioned our Canadian friends to the
Neighbors of the North.
Neighbors of the North.
I'm sure North American Beavers.
Yep. Fine folks. Usually, they're getting. I don't know if they've been hanging out with Americans too long.
That could be.
Or what the deal is, but we've got a video that surfaced. Tim, I don't know if you have that video pulled up. Okay. Unfortunately, it's shot in portrait, not landscape. Can people fucking turn their phones so you get a wide angle? It's ridiculous. But anyway, this woman on New Year's Eve, her New Year's Eve was ruined when she narrowly missed the ferry to Vancouver and couldn't convince the station staff to let her board after the cutoff time. With the boat about to depart, she threw a little last-ditch tantrum.
Does this jit go ham?
Jit goes a bit ham. Yeah, check it out.
I don't care who gets it. You have no idea. You have no idea. You don't understand. You people and what this
Stop for oh! Stop!
People are laughing.
That jit went ham.
That jit totally went ham.
That was un-Canadian.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed.
They're peaceful people.
Usually they are peaceful creatures, but do you feel like a little let down thinking, I didn't think any Canadians behave like that.
Right.
Just as a creature, I didn't think they were capable of such outbursts.
As a creature.
Can we watch it one more time?
Has Sweet Pie ever behaved like that? I mean, comparison,
Yeah, right.
age, and all of that?
You're right. It looks like a tantrum.
I don't care who gets it. You have no idea. You have no idea. You don't understand. You people and what this
I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Holy. That's my favorite right there.
That's my favorite.
No feeling for people.
How about you just show up on time? How about that? I mean, there's a schedule.
Yeah, the guy behind the counter is like,
right, I'm sure it's somewhere
clearly.
Yeah.
On some sort of electronical board.
Yeah, electronical.
The guy behind the counter is just stuck going, this really seems like a you problem.
And it's a real problem, too, because it's a ferry, and that's left the dock. So I really can't do much about it. There's a span of water between our dock and the ferry. I mean...
And you're on the dock side with me. So imagine if that's your wife, too, because you know that's not the first outburst.
Oh, my
God. He doesn't come up for dinner fast enough.
Yeah.
The stomping of the feet. Some guy is going, oh, boy. He's getting shivers up his spine. He's like, ugh, you have no idea.
God, what else is going on in her life that you know what I mean?
She probably had planned. It was New Year's Eve, so she probably had this sweet party to go to over in Vancouver Island, and all of a sudden she's just realizing in that moment that all bets, like there's no other ferry. This was the last ferry to Vancouver. So this guy she was going to hook up with, or this awesome party she was going to, is unless she's swimming there, she ain't going to make it. So.
No idea. You don't understand. You people and what this
Oh my God. You want to
No
talk
feelings.
about first world problems? Oh my God.
Oh, I know. And by the way, she has like one of those rolling briefcases.
Of course.
You know? I love it.
They said on the story that I printed, Canadians are very sorry that 800,000 people had to see this video. I refuse to watch this.
See,
I don't need to
proud
see
people.
someone having a hard time, said one CBC commentator.
There's such a difference between Canadian behavior and American, because American broadcasters should be all over that. And
They do what we
Canadians are
did, play it 8 times.
I'm so sorry you had to watch that.
I don't need to see this. One person having a hard time. Oh, that's adorable. You Canadians are adorable. That's hilarious. Jay, I know how much you love sharks.
I do not.
Wait, you love sharks and E loves snakes. That's the way it goes, right? In this room? Well,
it's the opposite, actually.
It is?
Yeah.
Well,
how about a shark snake?
Yeah, how about an eel shark?
Oh.
Look at this dude.
I don't know if
I just tore him.
I don't know if I want to.
Where was this son of a bitch caught?
Oh.
He's kind of huge, too.
Oh, my God.
He is huge? What are we measuring in at?
Couple meters.
Wow, man.
The hideous, mildly terrifying, and rarely sighted frilled shark has turned up in the waters off southeastern Victoria. The species, whose ancestry dates back 80 million years, is known as the living fossil. It was caught on a fishing trawler in waters near Lake's Entrance in the state's Gippsland region.
Looks fake, dude. You sure about this?
Yeah, they've
Looks
got
rubber.
scientists that have talked about it. I don't know. Simon Bogue from the Fishing Association, the Southeast Trawl Fishing Association, although his last name is Bogue. Well, he said it was the first time in living memory that a frilled shark had been sighted. We couldn't find a fisherman who had ever seen one before. He said local fishermen were left scratching their heads at the sight of the 2-meter-long creature whose head and body resemble an eel, but whose tail is more reminiscent of a shark. It has 300 teeth over 25 rows. So once you're in that mouth, you're not coming out.
Ugh.
The species has been found in waters as deep as 1,500 meters, but generally it lives in waters shallower than 1,200. This guy said the frilled shark was caught at 700 meters, but there should not be any concern about repeat catches. Almost all the grounds deeper than 700 meters are closed to trawling, so there won't be on pressure. This guy was just really unlucky to be caught. They believe it's been sold now.
Looks like a dinosaur head.
I don't even want to look at it.
Go ahead, take a look at it.
No, I don't like
Doesn't the head look like a dinosaur?
Oh,
It's just, it's creepy, man.
Oh. Ew, gross.
You know?
Yeah, it does. It's got beautiful blue eyes, though. God, could you imagine that swimming by you in the water? I'd rather have a great white. I'd rather have a great white than this guy. He's so eerie looking. Christ.
Ocean's crazy. We don't know dick about it, you know? We don't.
I know. Dude, that's the best thing, isn't it? That we don't know dick about the ocean.
No, that's not the best thing.
Well, it's weird to me how little we know about the ocean.
And you
the depths
poo-pooed
of
my
it.
man Jacques Cousteau. All he was doing was trying to figure out the ocean.
Oh, one guy's going to figure out the ocean.
Hey, he was
It's
doing
bigger
his
than
part.
the surface of the earth.
Doing his part on the Calypso.
Yeah, that's just because you met him.
Right.
Whatever.
I saw him.
Saw him from a distance, from a great
Got the
distance.
key to the city.
Key to the city.
No, I'm fascinated by the ocean. The fact that we've never seen great whites mate or give birth is amazing to me. That's amazing.
Sure.
You don't
How is
care,
it
but
not
I
as-
love great whites.
I don't
I
know
mean,
how it's not crazy to you, Jay.
Does it keep me up at
It's on
night?
this
Like,
planet.
It doesn't keep me up at night. I'm just fascinated by it.
There's places on this planet still, Jay, that we don't even. There's animals that we don't even know about on
There's
this planet.
tons of them.
yeah,
Not just
rainforest shit.
rainforest. Yeah,
Right.
we've
Isn't that nuts?
we've
to
met
you?
I guess a little bit.
We've only met a fraction of these little guys. A fraction of them. We don't even know our own neighbors. It's crazy. Remember our cyclist buddy yesterday?
Ha!
I
Guy
do.
threw a tantrum and stuff.
Scott, was it?
Yeah, well, we've got a kangaroo that went jit on a jit went ham on a cyclist, and this is in Australia. Hey.
Oh, video? Sweet.
Yeah, there's a video. It's quick, but this guy's just tooling along, doing one of the most dangerous sports on the planet, cycling. Thank God he wasn't jogging. Kind of hauling ass.
Yeah, he's probably got all his gear on, you know?
Yeah.
He is kind of hauling ass.
Here comes the bridge, and here comes trouble. Oh! Down goes
Out of
cyclist.
nowhere, man.
Here it comes in slow motion.
Oh no!
He had to go to. It's a chick actually. She had to go to the hospital for stitches on her knee.
Are you okay?
Oh, crikey!
I'd like to see a picture of the cyclist.
The Roo gotcha. He came out of nowhere.
Do you need an ambulance?
Son of a bitch
Watch
comes
this.
out of nowhere.
Wait till it gets to the bridge, and then it's like, oh, we're merging. We're merging into traffic.
Dude, I remember seeing one of these where a couple mountain bikers are going through some barren area of, I think, Africa or something, and some crazy antelope type deal, gazelle or something, comes across and just rails the guy in front. So the guy in back is filming it. It's pretty sweet to see.
Really?
Yeah. Same sort of thing. Just going along, do, and then whack.
Luckily, this is very rare in Metro Detroit. We just don't have the popular. We've got very few, relatively speaking, very few kangaroos.
Very few marsupials overall.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, not too many koalas, not too many roos.
No,
but yeah.
See a platypus from time to time, but
yeah, not very often. This is commonplace on the roads of Australia. She escaped relatively unscathed, no broken bones. Luckily, she escaped with her life. Severely grazed and bruised elbow, raised hip, and 8 stitches in the knee.
Hey man, on the subject of animals, remember this deal?
Oh my god. Dude.
This is a Facebook post, I think from a couple days ago, but 16 shaved cats that look just like bobbleheads. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Look at that poo.
So we've got just a standard like tabby and white cat. Its head is normal.
It looks
normal
double
length,
the size though.
Normal length fur, and then the body is completely shorn, and the head does look like it's just photoshopped on there.
Yeah. Look at that little guy. That's a baby.
Yeah, little baby, longer hair, tabby.
I want to shave pants and monster now.
Yeah. Oh my god, look at that one, dude.
Oh, it's a Siamese that just has a
Isn't that a
puff of
Persian?
hair.
It's a Persian, isn't it?
It looks like a Siamese.
Like flat.
But they left the lion tip.
Yeah.
That puffy ball on the tip.
Yeah, so it looks like it just has a mane and its face is all furry, but then the tip of the tail as well. It's ridiculous. This makes me want to shave my cats.
Oh, please shave your cats.
Oh, they're cute.
Yeah, they are.
Hey, good news for Eric. We found the Australian biker cyclist. She's a hottie too. For Eric, you want to see her? You want to see her? Yeah, I mean she cycles, so she's clearly hot. Ready?
Good boy. That sounds like a setup.
Yeah.
Oh, is that her husband?
God.
Oh. Is that her husband?
Was that before or after the accident?
Oh, she got some serious stitches.
That is, man. That was opened up, dude.
Her face looks.
That looks like a dick bulge. Are we sure that's a female?
Is that a guy or a girl for real?
God, look at how opened up that knee must have been, though.
Yeah.
All the stitches. Oh. I wouldn't want to happen upon that.
She looks like a guy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Am I crazy or am I just seeing a bulge in the pants too?
Well, that's hard to
Got
tell.
a pretty big cock. It looks
Well,
like.
it's hard to tell because it's biker
Bigger than a
stuff.
Sharpie.
Bigger than a Sharpie.
Bigger than a Sharpie? I don't know. Let me see if I find a better shot. Hold on.
It's looking pretty thick.
Well, your cock is huge. It's massive. I'm in awe of your cock.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
He looks like a guy.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't we take a quick timeout? And we've got a couple more videos. One, I'm going to need you to put your lawyer hat on, Jay.
Okay.
Because I smell bullshit. I'm just going to be honest with you. There was a death, and I smell bullshit, and I smell a lawyer trying to get paid, but something seems off.
Okay.
We'll explain. And then we've got an Asian driver, finally an Asian driver who's able to, I think anyways, I don't know.
Destroy stereotypes.
Yeah, eliminate the stereotypes of being shitty drivers. We'll get into that next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break.
Hey there, it's Steve Gabarra, the general manager at Zott Ford in Holly. So Christmas is over and Santa didn't slide the gift you want down the chimney. No worries, because Zott Ford has you covered. New 2015 Mustangs, F-150s, Fusions, Explorers, Focus, and Escapes. We got them. We have smoking hot auto show deals too. So stop pouting and head to Zott Ford on I-75 at exit 98. We have over 500 vehicles available to make all your wildest dreams come true. Check out our massive inventory at ZottFord.com.
The Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
All right, welcome back to the Detroit Cast on a Thursday with Mike and Jay. And a few more things to get to, for sure. Including, you got your lawyer hat on, Jay?
It's on.
It's on. Okay.
Yeah.
It's backwards, but it's on.
What you got for me? Got some bullshit?
Well, I don't know. It's either a really sad story or...
Bullshit.
Sniffing a little bullshit.
Tell me the story, Mike.
Okay, we got a South Florida guy. Family is grieving following the sudden death of their loved one, Dennis Antiporic, 68 years old. Left a note Sunday night saying he was going to the sauna. Hours later, when he hadn't returned, his daughter went to look for him. When I opened the door, I looked, and there was a black man in the sauna. It wasn't my dad, so I shut the door. And I looked, and it was his clothes hanging in the on the hook there.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Said Laura.
Cooked in the sauna.
Yeah.
Oh, God. You got
I know.
cooked in the sauna. You ever pee on the rocks in the sauna?
No.
God, does it stink. Holy
Why would you
shit,
do that?
does it stink.
Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Did you do that at Goddammit's house?
No, I was...
Goddammit at a sauna.
I know.
Wow. Love that thing. Yeah, it was awesome.
No, forget where it was, but a
The
buddy
club? Was it at the club?
No, a buddy of mine, though, just whipped it out and pissed on it. We were young. We were probably 12 or something. And,
Yeah.
Oh, God, burnt piss stinks.
Yeah.
Just not good.
Yeah.
Not good. So
It'll
go on.
free your hands if they're stuck to the deck, but
That's true.
it does stink. So they've hired a lawyer, and this lawyer...
All right, hold on. The sauna is where? At a club? Health
It's
club?
at the like the apartment they live in or whatever.
Okay.
They've just got a communal sauna.
Okay.
Yeah, and so first and foremost, the lawyer says, "We just want to make sure that this community maintains a level of safety for all residents." Ugh.
That's all we're after.
Ugh, that's all you want, right?
We just don't want this to happen to anyone else.
Yeah, that's all he's after. But I was watching this story on a Florida news channel. You got it there, Timko? And something struck me about this family, and let's see if you pick up on what I picked up on.
We got Elliot Rodriguez.
This is the face Ronnie Antiporic has known and loved for the past 53 years.
Fine-looking man with
It's the face of
Kitterman.
her husband,
Yep,
Dennis,
nice Kitterman.
but it's not what she saw the last time she saw him.
I think I close my eyes and I just see his face all charred.
68-year-old Dennis Antiporic left a note Sunday night saying he was going to the sauna.
I already said that.
When he didn't come home hours later, his daughter went to look for him.
When I opened the door, I looked and there was a black man in the sauna. It wasn't my dad. So I shut the door and I looked at the clothes.
Produce some
hanging
tears.
on
Produce tears. Come on, you can do it.
the counter right there, and it was his clothes.
The family's lawyer believes the timer in the sauna
The lawyer with his
failed to
arm
shut
around
the heat
him.
off. CBS 4
Asshole.
reached out to Elite Management in charge of care for the sauna. The company had no comment.
And the sound tore up with her skin all on the floor and all on the bench. And we shouldn't have had to see that. I can't get that image out of my head. I can't get
Look
that.
at the lawyer. Look at the lawyer.
Oh, what an
I
asshole!
don't want to eat. I don't want to do anything.
Certainly don't want to
Because all I
barbecue.
think about is being in that sauna in the heat and
Look at him
seeing
rubbing her
the
arm.
most important
making
man
his
in my
move.
life. It dried up into nothing.
The family has hired a lawyer who plans to file a wrongful death lawsuit
Oh,
against the condo's
wow.
homeowners association, Eden Isles Condominiums. They did not return our calls for comment.
First and foremost, we want to make sure that this community maintains a level of safety for all residents.
First and
Although
foremost.
Dennis's death
That's all we
was
want.
first classified as natural, his body has now been turned over to the medical examiner's office for an autopsy.
God, how
In
hot
Los
was
Angeles,
that?
Marianne Martinez, CBS.
Damn
News.
it.
Well,
To char the dude?
well,
Skin on the ground?
what you picked up on exactly what I picked up on. Whole lot of whimpering,
Yeah,
but
sure.
not many tears at all. Not
There's a
even.
lot of emotional distress there, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're being examined by psychiatrists as we speak.
And every time you see a lawyer sitting there with their client, and you hear things coming out of the family's mouth like, I can't close my eyes without seeing that image. I'll never be able to get that image out of my head.
Right.
I can't eat. I can't sleep. These are all things that you're looking to collect on. These tragedies that have happened in your life that now you need to be compensated for.
Yeah, they got their talking points, didn't they?
They sure did. But they're horrible actors. And if, I don't know, I like to think that if my dad was charred to death and melted into the sauna floor,
you wouldn't be on local news talking about
giving an interview.
Trying to cry.
Yes.
Yeah, I like to think that too, but
yeah, I don't know. Maybe
everybody mourns differently, righty?
Yeah, I suppose, dude.
I would put this in the astronom file, but we know where that goes. So, I don't know. Does something seem off there? And I'm not saying they murdered him.
No.
But do you think maybe?
Oh, they're absolutely digging for the biggest payday they can.
So what do you think happened? Did he die and then they dragged him into the sauna?
No, something happened.
But what would the wrongful death be?
Do you suspect foul play?
I don't know. Why wouldn't they? Because look, if he went in the sauna, had a heart attack and died.
Threw him in there.
Well,
cooked the son of a bitch.
Kind of like E would think. Well, he's already gone. I mean, might as well get some money out of this.
Would you do that, E? Would you think about that? I mean,
yeah, maybe, I don't know.
See? Those monsters exist.
I mean, in the sense that why not at this point? I guess.
Because somebody has to pay you for something that didn't happen.
Yeah, but you know,
that's supposed deep-pocketed.
They're just the man. They're write it off on it.
Yeah, unfortunately, too many people look at it as just the man. There's real people behind the man.
No, there isn't. That's a machine. I'm just right.
So as long as everybody's rent goes up at once, it's no big deal, right? As long as you're paid.
Yeah, exactly. No.
Son of a bitch.
What is the wrongful? Like, what
it's like a negligence.
No, I know that is. What did they think? What did they think was wrongful about it? That it was too hot in the sauna?
But
seriously, what? He walked in there. Was it hot? So hot that he just walked in and crisped up in 5 seconds? He didn't have enough time to
Why wouldn't he just walk out?
Right.
So even if he died in there, how is that the sauna's fault? The sauna seemed like it did its job quite well.
Yeah, real well, actually.
It heated up and did its thing.
No, there needs to be a governor on that thing, man.
You
need to protect the public. That's what we're after.
No! If anything, the sauna should be recognized for doing excellent work. It was very hot. It did its job.
This is great news out of Florida. I mean, it really is. Saunas in Florida are working exceptionally well.
They're performing at very high levels. Dude, it made his skin drip off onto the floor.
But my point is though.
Yeah, the daughter and wife shouldn't have stuffed him in there like that and then cranked it up to high and locked the door. I don't know. I mean, unless
don't they usually have dials on them? I'm not a big frequenter of saunas, but
they do have dials usually, and then but like you said, the water and I think
that's what the lawyer's trying to say.
But how fast did this happen? I don't understand.
Well, she said it was hours. Obviously. I mean, enough to cook a body.
Well, then what was he doing in there? He didn't feel his skin peeling and, losing the weight.
I have a feeling he expired and then the cooking took place.
I get that, but how did he not get to that point?
I just think
it overtook him, E. God, man.
I just
hit a high temperature at a quick rate, and
I don't believe it.
I don't either. For some reason, I don't. That family did not look believable. They looked fake, and they looked like they were out for a payday more than they're mourning the loss of their dearly beloved father.
Yeah, that didn't look good.
No.
You mentioned it, dude. But for real, like when that lawyer was consoling was that like a little over the top? I mean, he was like gently rubbing her arm.
Caressing.
Would you do that as a lawyer, Jay? Would you caress your clients in their time of need?
I mean, he looked like he was making a move to me. It wasn't just kind of like arm around her. It was something to me that a guy would be doing that was making a move.
And for him to express his deep concern for the community.
The community.
First and foremost.
The community.
That no one else be injured like this.
So that's all if that's all they want, then they just need some regulations on the thing and no financial restitutions, right?
Right.
Well, to the astronom file, we need to follow up on this.
You know what?
Something is. I'm telling you, something feels off with that story.
I want to follow up. I actually care.
They're going to sue the apartment place. They're going to sue the manufacturer of the sauna, the manufacturer of the
outrageous.
Switch. Everybody's going to be added to it.
We've established that saunas are working spectacularly well in Florida.
Suing the sauna for doing too good of a job?
Yeah, for doing its job too well.
Jesus.
Just seems outrageous to me.
This day and age when people think that Americans aren't hard workers and the sauna's kicking ass.
All right, you want to see the Asian driver?
Yes.
That I've poo-pooed.
Him or her?
We don't know. We don't know who this is. This happened somewhere in Asia. They believe on January 12th. And it's a dash cam video from the driver.
It's just somewhere in Asia?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Japanese.
Well, I know you don't. And luckily there's not much talking in this. In fact, I think there's very little talking except the radio, which gives you some signal as to where they are. It shows the a motorist hitting a pedestrian. And then...
gang rapey. I mean...
I forgot about that.
And then it gets hard to see because the windshield's cracked and stuff. And
why does he have a dash cam? Why is he recording his?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter, I guess. I don't know.
Let's check it out.
It's common in Russia and China. They have that. So if there's
Oh, me sorry, me no speaking Chinese.
Oh,
yeah, that answers it.
Can we make it bigger?
I don't feel like Chinese tonight anyway.
Oh!
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Shit.
Ooh, I'm sorry. Oh, why you in the road?
Decide in that instant. That instant, he's off.
He's off and running. Here he goes. Time to get out of here.
Throws his wipers on.
And then bumps the car in front of him.
You got it. Yeah.
You get out of my way.
Well, at this point, don't you got to book it, man? You can't be waiting for the red light. You just drill somebody.
Yeah, I think all traffic signals go out the window at this point.
He's being cautious now. He's being cautious. Everything's good. Nobody saw that, right? You didn't see a shit. Nobody saw anything.
There's some level of audio here because you can hear the wipers going back and forth. Can you believe the guy's not going, oh shit, oh my friggin' god.
I make a big mistake. Oh, pedestrian. What do I do? What I do? Person in road on a bike.
What?
Oh,
No.
What? Sorry about your motor scooter. My bad. That one's on the me. That
What
was
the fuck?
Heads up.
Come on.
No
There
way.
goes the airbag.
Is this Grand Theft Auto or the freaking?
I'm just waiting for a kangaroo to jump in.
Pedestrian, truck, guy on a motor scooter,
Yeah.
and then a car.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Is that real?
Yes.
I don't feel like Chinese tonight anyway.
Well, you know, the guy was crossing out of the crosswalk.
He wasn't looking at all.
That was
I mean, I don't fault him
jaywalking.
for that one. We'll let that one go. We'll let that one go.
That was...
Time to make a move. Go.
Well, at this point,
Little love
Jesus.
tap. Little love tap. We'll let that one go.
Well, yeah.
We'll let that one go.
We've all been there, you know.
Get out of the way. You in my way. You move a truck.
Can you make a slower turn to the left, by the way? Like, okay.
He's trying to obey
How
the
could this
traffic
driver
signals.
not be making any noise? Honestly.
Okay, I think I in the clear. We are in the clear. Yes. Here we go.
Takes a left on Elm Street, and
A guy sitting at a light, just minding his own business on a moped. You in the way. You go.
oh! Get hit from behind, sitting at a light on a moped.
That's the problem. My bad. That is on me. That one's on me. My bad.
At this point.
Jeez, dude.
Maybe he was on a one-way street, so he had to go around the block to come back to exchange information. Do you think, Jay?
Yeah, he was coming
Maybe.
back to meet the
It
first
looks like
pedestrian.
Grand Theft Auto, like a video game where you're just, I know, get out of my way. Looking for his hookers or
Ugh.
whatever.
Isn't that hilarious?
Gross, man.
Yeah. It is weird that he doesn't say a word.
Yeah.
We need to post some of these videos today.
Damn. Wow.
You, that one's on you. That was your fault. Okay.
Well, like
Feel
I said,
better.
Jaywalking. They're in the middle of the they're not even in an intersection. I mean, what's he supposed to do?
God, dude, and to make that quick a decision, like within a second, he's off. You know? He's decided,
Yeah.
I'm
Don't
out
have
of
a
here.
time to deal with that. I'm going to be late for a work. Can't be late for work. Don't want to be tardy.
I gotta be honest. Wouldn't your first thought to be to get out and destroy this camera? You know, like
Instead of posting the video, I mean, who else could have posted it but him?
Well, my thought was that once he got to that final crash, some cops showed up and they took the video. That was what I assumed happened.
Maybe.
But why would they post
Out
that?
of my way. Right for work.
Oh, my
damn.
God.
And then the
see
moped, the poor moped gets run over by the car.
You can see the body.
So brutal. Now he's upset because
Yeah.
he's just going full bore.
Car is dented. You dent a car. Yeah, how you like it?
And now this
Slams like runs into a Grand Am in the middle of, Japan
Asia.
or whatever.
I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Whew. So anyway, that should clear up anything.
Any stereotypes out there? Yeah.
That's what we're doing here. We're clearing up stereotypes, eliminating them.
I am good driver. I am very good driver. I know how to drive my vehicle very, very good. Late for work, unfortunately.
Do you see this story about this wife who got her house bulldozed?
I've not seen this one, man, but I feel like I've seen a guy do this before. He had
Really?
he had a some deal going with a fence on his property versus neighbors, and he got pissed one day and just went off and just wham, bulldozed through their house and then went down the street hitting cars and shit. But I haven't seen this most recent one. It's amazing what you can do in a bulldozer.
Oh, yeah. A woman in New York says she came home to find her husband had torn down their suburban home while she was away. Completely. Her name is Diane Andryshak of Middleton, New York. She came home to an empty lot where she lived with her husband of 9 years. None of my belongings were taken out. Everything was in the home. I'm in shock. I'm still in shock. The home was built in 56, 840 square foot, 3-bedroom. It was over $160,000 when it sold a few years ago.
Just leveled. Look at her. She's fairly young. I expected them to be older.
Yeah. She says, I don't know what happened.
That's an old man crime, right? Isn't that a crazy old man crime?
Yeah, you would think, but they're not. There he is.
Kitterman?
Yeah.
It's a goatee.
He's got the goatee, but he could absolutely have an amazing Kitterman. Look at that. There's a lot. God.
How long was she gone?
She went to work.
Man, it just seems like, I don't know, it seems like it would take longer to destroy a whole house.
James Ryan, she says, we weren't fighting, we weren't arguing at all.
No way.
Yes. Her husband, James Reen, allegedly rented an excavator and bulldozed the home without a permit.
He rented it. It wasn't his.
No.
She didn't even know he knew how to drive a bulldozer, probably.
Nope.
What are the neighbors thinking while this is going down? Just kind of like, oh.
Well, I'll tell you. He was charged by the police. They charged him with criminal mischief and released him on $300 bail.
What? It's his own house.
The couple was renovating the home. He allegedly told investigators that the house was in a state of disarray and couldn't be repaired. I asked him, this is one of the neighbors, I asked him, just kidding around, if he was going to knock down the house with a bulldozer. He said, yeah. I thought he was kidding. So I went to work, and when I came back, this is what we found. Now the couple is homeless. Yeah. Would Gab be upset if you did that, if she came home and you just bulldozed the house?
Yeah, maybe.
Would she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's friggin' weird.
Someone off
that
their
he didn't.
meds?
Yeah, man. That they weren't fighting. He doesn't have a bulldozer. That's bizarre.
You went and rented one.
That shit went ham.
There has to be more to this story, doesn't there?
Yeah, I think it could be as simple as being off your meds, maybe.
Maybe he just had like a home improvement project that was not going well at all.
That's what he said.
Fuck it, and just had.
That's what he said.
Yeah, just.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, he couldn't get the post right, like in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, I was just thinking that the new post. But I mean, you ever have those home improvement projects where you just get so fucking pissed?
Yeah, and you almost put your hand through it, or
you make yourself an extra home improvement project because of that.
Now I'm a drywall expert,
And then we got a high school basketball coach allegedly bit another high school coach.
Well,
wow.
She bit his face twice.
Well,
Yeah. And she bit his.
Threatened to beat him, threw a chair.
Was this girls or boys basketball?
Chick. Yeah, of course. Getting that worked up over a chick basketball game.
Yeah,
high school one, nonetheless. Melanie Joyce Martin, the South Cobb girls coach, was standing about 2 inches from the face of Coach Tyrone Harris when she allegedly bit him. An assistant principal and 2 other coaches then watched as Martin allegedly threatened to harm him. I'm about to beat your shit and stomp you. I'll beat your shit and knock your teeth out of your face.
Well, she warned him.
Yeah, that's true.
She also threw a chair at Harris and threatened to burst his grill. The incident happened after the South Cobb girls team lost to Campbell High School.
I think that's fair warning. You get a warning like that,
you
better back off.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the score there, does it? I just wish it did.
He follows that division.
No, have you seen some? No, I'm talking about. Have you seen some I saw some.
It was 22 to 28 and shit.
Dude, I saw some the other day posted someone on Facebook like, "Oh, so proud of my girl. She got like 6 points, and the team lost like 10 to it was like 14-6 or something.
Come on, man.
Girls back. It's just so bad.
14 to 10.
I'd have to look back on it, but I swear to God, the numbers were so low.
That's a jit gone ham, right?
For sure.
Totally. Little jit gone ham
That's
action.
a jit gone ham today.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
Good one.
I know. Great news out of Texas.
Let's hear it.
Great news.
Oh, we have an execution.
Their first execution of the year. Slow down, Texas.
Yeah, what took so long? Jesus.
What day is today?
21 days in.
I know, 21
22.
days in.
Still.
They've got 3 on the docket for next week.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
So calm down, everybody.
We'll get to their quota for January.
No, my God.
He actually might be. He's dead already. Should be dead already.
With the 3-drug cocktail?
No.
They do it different in Texas?
Lethal injection, so I don't know what the cocktail they're giving him is.
The one of concern was Oklahoma, right? That was where they were using it. Yeah.
Yep. This is in regards to a murder in '93. His name's Arnold Prieto. He's 41. He and 2 friends, brothers Jesse and Guadalupe Hernandez, murdered Rodolfo Rodriguez, his wife Virginia, and Paula Moran, who's 90. Prieto admits to killing Rodolfo by stabbing the man to death with a screwdriver. Good way to go, right? But maintains his innocence in the deaths of the other 2.
A misunderstanding of sorts?
Well,
Maybe.
he said that he and the boys he was with had been doing coke. You know, so
Allowed to have a good time, right?
We've all been there.
that was the night before the murders, and that it was Guadalupe's idea to drive to the Rodriguez home and kill the 3 in order to steal $10,000 that
See,
he
he didn't
believed.
think of it. He didn't think of it. Wasn't his idea.
It's Guadalupe's. This gets better too. That he believed they had for a check cashing business they ran out of their home. When they arrived at the home in the middle of the night, so Virginia invited the boys in, made them breakfast of tortilla and eggs. After they finished eating, Prieto claims Guadalupe stabbed the woman to death with a screwdriver.
90-year-old?
Which one was that? Virginia, no, that's the 62-year-old.
Okay.
After that, Prieto stabbed Rodolfo to death, and Jesse killed Moran, the 90-year-old woman.
Yeah, because she was probably, going to attack them and run
Right.
them out of the house, right?
Yeah, it was probably self-defense at that point.
90?
90, yep.
Can't even shoot a 90-year-old with a beanbag.
95-year-old.
Oh.
Had it coming, Jay, I'm telling you. They left with some jewelry and $300 in cash. $100 a body. It's not bad.
Jeez, man.
$100 a man.
That is grim, dude.
They were apprehended when a ring belonging to Prieto was found at the scene of the crime.
Holy.
And these people, of course, they're the dumbest people on the planet, but seriously, you're going to leave a ring behind? Come on, Prieto, you're smarter than that. You're better than that. Jesse was just 16 years old at the time. He's serving a life sentence, having been too young for the death penalty. He told police that Prieto was responsible for all the killings. Guadalupe, who police identified as the mastermind, eventually had all charges against him dropped and served no time behind bars.
Wow, man.
How did Guadalupe swing that?
How did Lupe get out of that shit?
friends in the system, I guess, right? Or
Prieto was offered a plea deal of life in prison if he testified against the other 2 men, but he refused to do so. And so he is no longer with us.
Would you?
As you can see, the cards are stacked against me, wrote Prieto. Nothing new, really, since they have been stacked from the very beginning.
Jay.
He's the victim, apparently.
Yes. I'm not. No, seriously, if you were like that age, or at any age, and they offered you life in prison if you give up your friends, or the death penalty if you don't, but you're not leaving prison, you're not leaving, what would you really do?
Jay would give me up for nothing.
No,
he already
but-
said that.
But I'm saying,
No,
that's not my point.
he's getting to the point of he'd rather be dead.
Then a life
I kind
in
of would be
prison.
too. I don't understand those people that.
Like, if you know you're not getting out, you're gonna be in prison the rest of
Oh,
your
I'd
life.
get out.
Oh, well, okay, just say you're not going to.
Yeah. You say that. I believe in myself. I'm getting out.
I mean, you've seen the movies, you just get a spoon and you start.
Yeah, that's a good
dig out the
point.
c-
You're right.
cement,
Yeah, at the
cinder.
bottom, you can just go under, tunnel your way out.
Yeah, and then you get into the pipe.
Air vents and shit.
Jump into the
Yeah.
laundry basket. They just wheel you out.
All kinds of ways.
They
to
never
go.
check that stuff at all.
Easy.
Or you can just suck that guy's dick and run away, right? Right?
What?
Remember the
Would you rather suck the guard's dick to get out for free?
Oh, the one in Ferguson.
Yeah, the girl that had the
Yeah.
pube in her.
Would you take it from the guy? Would you collect the pube and take it from him just to get out?
Yeah, would you do that in
life
that
in
in that
prison?
instance? Yeah.
Yeah,
Would you?
fuck yeah.
You would. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Boy, you said that quick. Seems like you're looking forward to it.
Seems like I don't want to be in life in prison. Is what it seems like.
I know, but taking one in the can, it was like, yes, sir, I'm in. Sign me up.
In the can? No. Sorry. Fuck.
Well, where do you think it's going to go? In your armpit?
I thought you just meant like a blowjob.
Well, it starts with a blowjob, and then it probably elevates, and, you guys get into it
You know
and
my
stuff.
theory on that? No. God, no. I
You
told
would rather serve life in prison than take it in the ass.
Yes.
No, you wouldn't. That's a
Well, no,
lie.
because I would do
You would
that
take
one.
it in the ass for life in prison.
I would do it. The thing is, I would do it for the one get out because my fear would be that the life in prison I have multiple.
Oh,
ass
you would
taking.
you'd be someone Susie like that. You would be passed around. You'd be traded cell to cell
Fifi.
for years. You'd be Captain Fifi.
Erica.
You would be a super Fifi.
So my point is, as much.
So you better take it in the can.
I'll take it the once versus the lifetime.
Take it in the can to get out of the can, E. What do you say? One day offer.
Yeah, I probably would. In that scenario, it would.
Yeah, all right.
No, but would you take life in prison or would you take that? I mean, I'm serious. Would you rather be in prison for 40 years if you knew you weren't getting out?
I don't know, man.
Isn't that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's grim, especially when you're that young, looking at it.
Like you're gonna be 40 fucking years just.
Problem is too, if you wanted to take the death penalty, then there'd be all these advocates jumping into your defense trying to stop it. You'd be like, no, don't take my case.
No.
Factually, this is a great case. We can win it. No, man, I just want to die. I don't want to be here.
No, just reel out the the lethal injection.
All
Let's
these
go.
lawyers trying to fight for your life.
Yeah. Some people turn that
See,
down.
look at this room. This room for 40 years. I'll just. I'm ratting on my. I'm not ratting. I'm getting
It's
the
the
death
new
penalty.
normal, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, that's your new normcore right there. Hey, you watched the Seattle game the other day?
In 9-second increments. No, that's the one that I saw in a pretty decent chunk. Yeah.
Yeah, the Packers.
Mhm.
Remember the end of the game? Jermaine Kearse caught the game-winning touchdown in overtime, and then proceeded to chuck the ball into the crowd.
Right.
Well, the guy that caught that ball, his name is Scott Shelton. He's 32 years old. He rejected a $20,000 offer for that ball.
Mm-hmm.
Some collector offered him $20,000. He said instead he planned to give the ball to his children or return it to Kearse.
It's your children.
Why? That's never going to be more valuable than it is right now. It'll be some value.
Yeah,
later,
but if they go on to win the Super Bowl, like if you had the ball that Dwight Clark caught, the catch ball, you know how much that would be worth right now?
That is to me, for one, that's a lot different. That's Joe Montana throwing it to him.
Yeah, but Russell Wilson, if he wins 2 Super Bowls in his first 3 years in the league,
I still don't think it's even
He's
close.
right. That could be a pretty good comparison to the catch.
I mean, overtime in a championship game. I don't think I could sell it for $20,000 right away. I mean, I think you could do better than that. But anyway, he says his phone rings. It's Jermaine Kearse, the man, he declares. We were just talking about the game. He told me he wanted to trade his game helmet, signed by the whole team, and his game jersey for the ball. And then he asked me what else I wanted for the ball, and I said, honestly, it would be nice to go see you guys whip New England in the Super Bowl. So he's going to see what he can do about that, but I told him I wouldn't give it up unless it was going to him. I wouldn't want anyone else to have it.
That's cool. I do like that. I know maybe.
Here's
I don't know.
the kicker of the story, though. He has gun charges against him, and he's going to jail. He's going to prison the day after the Super Bowl.
Like for how long?
Like months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So even if he gets Super Bowl tickets, he'd have to go down to Arizona, party all night, and then be back for jail like 9 o'clock the next morning.
Just show up to jail a little drunk still. At that point, what's it matter?
Yeah, what are they going to do? Jail you?
Right, they're going to put you back in jail.
I think we might have a number for him. You want to call this guy?
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. There's been no pre-screening of this. This guy was not easy to find, if this is even him. I think it might be, though. We'll see.
I don't know. You really think that this could be worth that much?
Yeah.
Down the line?
I mean, Mike's got a point. It depends on what happens from here.
See, I just feel...
I mean, the Tuck rule ball for Brady, and that wasn't even a championship game. That was just a divisional round.
I know, but would people really pay 10 years down the line?
It's definitely a risk.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
I like the idea of giving
5
the helmet,
Back
going
to
to
him. Back to Kurt.
yeah, I like that. But if I was going to take the money, if he knew that if his goal is to give it to my family and down the line, I'm taking 20 right now, dude. Sorry.
It's a tough call. Yeah, you might be right on that.
'Cause what if, dude? What if 10 years down the line it's 5,000? I mean, or nothing. Or it's never gonna be nothing. It'll probably always be worth something. But a few $100 maybe. I just don't think. I don't know. I think there's certain things that, like, if it was a Mark McGwire that, I don't know, 73rd home run or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what number this is. This might be someone else at the house.
What's his name?
Scott. Fax machine. He runs a business out of his house, so
that first number is good. It went right to voicemail, so he's got to be getting a lot of fucking calls. That's
Probably.
a legit number.
Yeah, it is in the Seattle area. Let's try it one more time.
Your call has been.
God damn it! Maybe we'll try him tomorrow.
Better make sure it's before Monday, right?
No, it's a week from Monday.
Oh, no, you're right. The Super
week
Bowl's
from
in
Sunday.
2 weeks. I
Yeah.
forgot the freaking break.
Well, we'll hang on
they get
to
to
it.
talk about it for a whole
Right,
week.
right,
It drives you nuts, doesn't it?
Oh, we're missing the big Pro Bowl draft tonight.
Oh, are we? Who are the captains this
The
time?
same ones, I think, that you mentioned.
Dion and
Deanna and Jerry Rice. I thought it was.
Or was it somebody else? Was it Irvin? Michael Irvin?
Michael
somebody?
Irvin, I thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I've not heard anything about that.
Yeah. Who cares? All the talk is about Deflategate.
Yeah.
Ugh. Super ass whooping. Anyway, well, we'll try. Maybe we can try him tomorrow. Yeah, I think that ball would be worth. Could potentially be worth.
Could be.
A
Yeah.
ton.
But that's a tough call, as you said. $20K now, or this assumption that they go on to bigger, better things, and maybe it doubles.
I mean, what if they
don't know.
never win another Super Bowl again? What if What if this is it? You really think down the line that ball's worth something?
What I mean to Detroit fans, Maglio Ordonez's home run against the A's.
Yeah.
Didn't win a World Series. That ball would be worth more than $20,000, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
And the NFL's the biggest sport in the world. I don't know. I think that's a gamble I'd take because Seattle doesn't look like they're going to slow down anytime soon. With that defense, that the coaching staff gets along with ownership, they could be in place for a while. That team could go on some runs.
I
Man.
stand by what I stood to Jay. I could see if you for two things: keeping it for yourself because you're just a fan and you want the memorabilia, giving it back because you want to give it to the player that has it, and then you know he's going to give you some stuff, or sell it for 20. I get rid of it for
that ball.
20.
Think about it. That ball is worth $80-$90. A helmet is worth $400. Game used, depending on what a collector will pay, that's worth a couple thousand.
Potentially
probably.
a whole Super Bowl winning team
Autographed it, and the game jersey,
right.
which could be from a championship game by a player that caught the winning touchdown. It tells you how much that ball means to them.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I do think in that
shouldn't have thrown it.
Dude, that's the first thing that hits my. Whenever I see a player do that in a big moment, chuck that ball into the crowd. I think John Taylor did it in the Super Bowl, the game-winning drive.
Yeah.
I get to beat the Bengals. I think maybe he didn't. I thought he did. But I always wonder that when you see a guy chuck a ball like that, it's like, dude, what are you doing? Because the collector me just goes, ah.
Is that against the Bengals?
The Bengals, yeah. Yep.
They beat them here, Super Bowl 16. But
yep.
It was another one against the Bengals.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
I didn't realize the Bengals have been there twice.
Esiason?
Yep.
The Bengals.
Chris Collinsworth?
89 or 90. Yeah.
The Bengals have been in the Super Bowl twice.
That's something.
Yeah.
Those crazy-ass, shit-ass helmets.
I know.
Damn it! Can't the Lions just get that
Who's
one?
the other team that hasn't been in the Super Bowl yet? The
Browns?
Lions, Browns. There's not many teams that haven't been there.
Browns haven't. The Lions haven't.
The Jets, you got to go back to Super Bowl I. Yeah, pull up the list of teams, and it's probably just a handful.
Didn't KC win the first one?
No,
the Jets.
No,
the Green
one,
Bay. Green Bay won the first two.
Title Town.
Yeah. Kansas City did though, like Super Bowl 5 or 6. Dallas. I'm trying to think. Even like the new teams, Carolina's been there.
God, you're right. I know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Do we have any?
Even when Tampa won it, then it was like, oh, fuck, really?
Yeah.
Thinking about those creamsicle uniforms back in the day.
Let me see the list of teams.
Okay. And that you'll.
Let me just see.
When you look at the teams, there's only 2 that. Kind of hard.
4 teams.
There's 4 teams.
The Browns, the Texans, the Jaguars, and the Lions. And of course, the Texans and Jaguars are new franchises essentially.
And even Jacksonville, didn't they make it to the NFC Championship game like their first year or second year?
Second year.
Second year, yeah, it couldn't have been their first.
Wow, man.
Would have been the AFC, right?
Yeah. I swear they made it, though.
What do we got for email, Jay? Anything good?
We do have some email, sir.
How's the message board going, by the way? I checked in earlier and looked at it.
Cranking along. I checked it earlier in the day and then chimed in again, and it looked a lot more active than it did earlier in the day.
Cool.
Yeah, it's moving. People are, I think, jumping on there and having some fun.
Cool.
Chandler writes in, "Hey guys, I'm 15 in the 10th grade.
Holy what?
Nice.
And I've listened every day since last summer when my dad introduced me to you guys.
15? That's
15.
awesome.
Excellent.
At the start, I loved Big E for being so stupid and defended him when my mom said things about him. Lately, though, he's driving me nuts, and I think I speak for everyone when I say the shows are better without him. Get rid of his normcore ass." It's a 15-year-old.
15-year-old.
Wow.
Oh, man.
His laugh makes me want to punch a sheep. And talking to the mic, goddammit. Also,
Normcore.
I'm not normcore, so I won't say anything about eating any dicks. Ciao for now. He spelled
Oh,
ciao.
I think it's normcore that he didn't mention the dicks. Yeah, not really.
Yeah, well, maybe.
That's arguable. Nah, not really. I don't know. What are you going to do? 15? I'm going to let some 15-year-old kid tell me what to do. if I
Hey, remember the story? I think Mark told it about his sister, the pharmacist, and the creepy barber who was hitting on her?
Yeah.
Well, he found the note. It says, "Oh, hi Jennifer. I like you very much. I think about you all the time, and
all time. I think
about you all time. And END, I lowercase I, just want you to know. Have a nice day. Ciao,
Dude,
T." What's up with ciao?
God.
What the fuck is up with ciao?
I don't
Is this
know.
a Canadian thing that we don't know about?
He drew a sun on there, too, and is that clouds?
Wasn't that like an 80-year-old man or something?
Yeah.
It's written like by a third grader, if not less.
Hi Jennifer.
You're going to critique someone's
I
handwriting?
like you very much. I
If
think
I wrote a
about
letter
you
to
all
a
the
girl,
time.
they would not say, "I like you very much."
And I just want you to know, have a nice day. Ciao.
You posted today, and you were asking about Tai Chung Gross's debut. D-E-B-U.
Oh, no.
Yeah, U-E.
I don't know. I spell checked it. I thought that
Sounded it out. It's all phonetic, too.
You did not spell check it. Nobody would have told you debut is spelled D-E-B-U-E.
Maybe I didn't.
Couple D-U-P-P-E-L.
All right, let's see. We've got Amy writing in, following up on yesterday. You'll recall Amy. She's one of the chicks whose pictures I will not show you, because we don't want it to be destroyed. Hi, Jay. And then she did a little happy face. You know how they do the little happy face?
Oh, yeah.
I've been meaning to email you regarding your cat Moose. Recall that I have a kitten named Moose.
I do.
And I have another kitten named Tank.
Yeah, from Big E.
She's writing about Moose. That name made me smile. Growing up, I had a Chihuahua named Moose. She was awesome. We just had to put her to sleep this past August. Sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers.
And all that
But she made it a long 16 years. I've never met anyone who also had a small, tiny animal named Moose. I've attached some pics of my sweetie pie. Check out Moose. Oh, look at the poos. Look at the moose.
Look at that little poos.
Look at little Moose. Look at the big old ears on that
He kind
guy.
of looks like the
Her.
Yo Quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah.
His brother.
She's a cute little guy, isn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, the dog's cute too.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about her.
Oh shit!
Right?
Did I show her? Oh no, he saw her.
What's her name?
Well, he doesn't have access to the email, so I'll just.
What's her
close this.
name?
I'm pretty sure I
Amy.
could find her
Amy,
on
I'm very
Facebook
sorry
if I
to
wanted.
say.
So
showed your
sorry.
image to,
What's about
E.
to happen tonight? With he's got it seared on his
He's
memory.
he's gonna violate to your image. Sorry.
Definitely.
There's gonna be a release in your honor tonight.
Just know that
Hey, that's an honor. She should feel happy about that.
he doesn't have any requisite passwords, so he can't actually get to the picture. But it's
right.
Hey,
now
it's burned in here, my
It was
man.
an accident. We're human. Jay's human. He made an error, but
and a side note to you smartasses about getting internet on the cruise. Remember that we said?
Yeah.
Yes, it is called the World Wide Web, but just like they haven't mastered Wi-Fi in the air, They haven't exactly mastered it in the middle of the ocean. And what they do offer costs you about the price you paid to go on the cruise. Don't you worry, though. If there is a free Wi-Fi at any of my ports, I will be downloading the latest episode. And then she did a little winky face.
Wink, wink, wink. Dude, I am shocked at the amount of cute girls that listen to this show. It doesn't... I'm telling you, man, in the years of working on the Drew and Mike show, there was very little in the way of... that at least showed themselves. I'm not saying there weren't hot chicks that listened, but they didn't present themselves. It was a sausage fest. Yeah. So I don't know what to make of this.
It's got to be Big E, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Or the Poos. Poos.
All right, this is a good one, man. Brett writes in, "What's up, faggot?" And Mike, Jay, and Tim.
I love it already.
I've got a few things I've been meaning to email about. One thing is I used to be in a fantasy football league with a kid whose team name was the Blue Waffles. The asshole had a picture of Blue Waffles, of a blue waffle vagina as his team picture.
A what?
A blue waffle vagine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So every time I wanted to do anything to my fantasy team, I had to look at it. It was awful. Don't Google it. The second and most important thing, you guys saved me from going to jail the other day. Yeah, listen to this.
We did? I don't remember that.
I go to school downtown at Wayne State, and back in September I got a parking ticket in a rental car because I accidentally parked at a handicap meter. I'm not some asshole that parks in handicap spots either. It was totally in a totally random, stupid spot, but I digress.
Sure, I've said that too before.
Since I was in a rental car and it was a $150 ticket, I kind of decided that maybe they wouldn't figure out it was me driving the car, and I decided not to pay it. Plus, it's downtown. Like, who pays? You know what I mean?
Yeah. They got other things to worry about.
So yesterday, I was driving through Farmington Hills.
Nice.
And it turns out that it was a bad idea. I was stopped at a light, and while at said light, I plugged my phone in and turned on the Detroit Cast. When I looked up, there was a cop behind me in my rearview mirror. When the light turned green, he flipped his lights on, and I was like, what the fuck? I wasn't doing anything wrong. I pulled over, and he walked up to my car and asked if I was Brett, to which I responded, yes, obviously. While sitting at the light, he ran my plate, and apparently they did figure out I was driving that rental car because they suspended my license for not paying the ticket. I told him I was unaware of this, and he searched me and asked me to wait in the back of his car while he looked around my car. So he didn't try to battle the cop. He didn't feel disrespected by the cop or try to take his gun.
Yeah,
it's weird, Brett. Oh my God! Jeez,
close that, you fucking asshole. He's in the middle of a good email. God damn it!
Whew. Came back. Holy shit, what I just saw. What I just saw on that screen. Okay, back to the email. I thought for sure I was going to jail because I assumed that's what happens when you're driving on a suspended license. When he walked back to his car, to my surprise, he came right to the back door, opened it, and let me out. He told me that was normally what happens is they take you down to the station, make you pay a $100 bond. They impound your car, and then you have to pay a hefty amount of fines to get your license back. He then explained to me that while searching my car, he discovered that I was listening to the Detroit Cast. I told him that I was a huge fan of the show, and it turns out that he was too. He made it very clear he was going to take me down to the station until he noticed that I was a Detroit Cast listener. He told me to get my license taken care of as soon as possible and to take care of myself. Then he got in his car and drove away. I couldn't believe it. You guys saved me. It was fucking awesome. Thank you guys. And thankfully, you guys always have nice things to say about cops.
Hell yeah, that's why.
Oh, shit.
Isn't that wild?
Amazing.
Oh, and Big E eat a giant black dry stock via What the hell is that?
Wow, dude.
He's requiring you to eat a big black stock.
Giant black dry stock via enterorectogestion.
Okay.
Don't know. That's amazing, though.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm happy
that's
for
great.
Jared writes in.
You owe us.
Yeah, wow.
Jared writes in, I am currently in training. He says, guys and Eric. Currently in training with work, and the lady from Kansas City is constantly pronouncing scenario, and not scenario. I can't help but chuckle because I constantly think of the Detroit Cast. Great show, thanks, Jared. It is scenario.
I'm hearing it every once in a while, and I don't know why it pisses me off, but it irritates me when I hear it the other way.
Yeah, scenario.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's like different language.
You're right. It does get to the point where when someone says it, if it's not someone I can correct, if I hear it on the radio, I like, ugh. Pisses me off.
Joe writes in, I have a good-looking wife, but I would have to agree with Fancy on the conjoined twins.
Ah!
There is something there. Musical mouths, maybe.
That's fair. That's fair.
Tom writes in, hello, gentlemen. Throwing E a bone with that. Just heard the talk about birthday parties. Totally agree that they've gotten out of hand. I did one party for my oldest kid when he was 5. Had it at our house. Did the Caesar's pizza and cake, a piñata, and a treasure hunt for 6 to 10 kids. It was a pain in the ass. Ever since then, my wife and I decided parties are bullshit. We take the kids on a weekend trip instead. One year, my oldest, now 13, wanted to see the World War II sub in Muskegon. My sweet pie, we went to Frankenmuth at the Bavarian Inn. A lot less stress, more fun for the family, and I don't have to deal with the yuppie fake adults that I can't stand and their brats. Yeah, I don't care for people, if you couldn't tell.
I'm right there with you.
Thanks for the great show, guys. I could take the knobs off my car radio because I only listen to podcasts. Tell Eric I'm sorry about his hair going too soon. Maybe he cinched it off with a straightening iron and other chick hair tools. Is that possible?
That actually is possible, but
yeah.
All right. Brad writes in, okay, wait a second. Did no one else but me catch that fucking perv Walters saying, quote, nice, 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 when
What?
Jay was describing how 2 14-year-old girls would come in
Nice.
and clean up after the party?
Nice. I caught it, and I loved it. And I agree.
It's just a reaction. You could have said 6-year-olds, and I would have gone, nice.
It wasn't like he was saying, now that sounds nice. It was a full-on Matthew McConaughey from Dazed and Confused.
Nice.
Not that I'm offended, really, but I couldn't believe Jay let that slide. I guess I didn't notice it.
I'm shocked you didn't. I noticed it.
All right, another microphone. Goddamn E. Kevin writes in, Mike and Jay, I have what I believe to be a very efficient solution to Eric not talking to the goddamn mic. And you know what? The more I think about it, the more I think we might have to do this. I mean, we've had this suggested before, but I think this would work. Not only is it annoying, but every time Jay has to tell him, it disrupts the entire flow of the show. And after years of this, it's driving me insane. Years?
Yeah.
So a simple method used to correct poor behavior on pets is the shock collar, which I do believe the Poos would be willing to let Eric borrow for a day or a week or however long it takes to correct this annoying behavior. It would work, dude.
It would. And just so we don't want to take anything off the table, that collar is long enough to get around his neck. There's plenty of holes in it. It would totally fit.
Let's give the bastard a shot at avoiding the shock by utilizing the warning button. First time he talks not into the mic, he gets a fair warning. But the next time, dial his ass up with some low voltage right to the neck.
Yeah.
If behavior does not improve, voltage will need to be increased until desired results are achieved. I do believe this will solve the ongoing problems, as well as entertain everyone while doing so. Best of luck and keep up all the good work. The show is truly fucking awesome and levels above the filtered garbage on the radio. Peace out, Fook Fases.
This is kind of like chipping people, you know, where it's like, hey, live your life, do your thing.
Right.
Don't fuck with people. The first hint of, yeah, I'm sorry. As long as you keep your nose clean, as long as you talk into the microphone, the chip's never going to go off. However, the first time you go, whatever, boys will be boys. Ow! 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 Stop it! You gotta admit that'd be hilarious.
And I think it would work, dude.
Oh, you think?
I really do. It would finally solve this problem.
Have you ever touched the prongs on those things?
No.
Have you, E?
I'm not doing it.
Well, you don't have a choice
it would
in this.
take-
I mean, Jay and I could absolutely pin you down and strap a collar on.
It would
right?
take less than 3 shocks. This would work.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
this
like training a bad dog.
He's so he's got the butthole play thing and he's got the electricity. The 2 things that he hates, that he despises most.
Yeah.
He would take less than 3. I say less than 3.
Well,
you'd
we
be
could
cured.
we could give him the option: finger in the butt or the shocker. Your choice. Your choice.
We can hotwire his chair too, so you won't even see it coming.
Whose finger?
K-Dog's.
Oh yeah, K-Dog.
K-Dog, we need your finger for a minute.
After another cup of coffee for Jay first,
No.
all right?
He's not even listening.
No.
K-Dog.
He's such an asshole.
Yeah, that's good for today, man.
I think there's some wiggle room here. I think we could do this. I tell you though, I've told this story before, but when Maggie when we had Maggie and put the electric fence in for her, Margaret P. Margaret went running to the thing. She was like, "Hey, I'm off my collar. Awesome." And she just went bolting and leapt about 8 feet in the air and never did it again. She learned really quick, and I went, "Oh, it couldn't have been that bad." And so I put both fingers on the prong and just kind of put it over the line.
Got you good.
It was like a lightning bolt through my whole fucking system.
Wow.
Yeah. So it would definitely work on E. Into the mic.
I wasn't saying anything. I was just grunting to myself. Does that need to be on mic? Me going,
Yeah.
Let's do this.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
I like it, Jay.
Not
I
doing
like where
it.
you're going with this. All right,
No.
K-Dog's finger to the butthole then. Your choice. We gave you the option.
I'm not gonna put it on because I don't trust you to really only do it.
Dude, totally promise. If we fuck around, hey, if we do it at the wrong time, you have absolute authority to kick me in the nuts, square in the nuts. I will let you kick me square in the nuts if I screw around with this. E?
I'm not doing it.
It is. It's the chip. It's exactly like the
Yeah.
chip. You don't fuck up. It's no problem.
No issues at all ever. You say E. I mean, not that you have a choice. I mean, it'd be nice to get you to go along with this, but you really don't have a choice because I'm pretty sure Jay could pin you down and strap that sumbitch on you. What do you got? One more read there, buddy?
Yeah. It's January, and you know what that means. It means it's auto show time at Zott Ford and Holly. As you already know, they have the hottest sales staff in Oakland County: foosball, ping pong, popcorn, and Big E's terrible hygiene. But what you may not know is they also have auto show bonus cash on your new Ford. So hurry in before the bonus cash is gone and buy or lease your new Ford from your friends at Zott Ford. That's SZOTT. They are at I-75 and exit 98 East Holly Road.
Nice. All right, we good for? Will that do it for a day?
We're
Is there
good,
anything
man.
you wanted to mention on the message board, or just let it go, let some more build up?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow. All right, everybody. I guess that'll do it for a Thursday. Continue sharing the show and go check out the new message board. Just click forum on our homepage. It'll take you right there. And I know it's another thing where you got to register for, but that's the way they do it. It's not our call. So.
Well, your cock is huge. It's massive. I'm in awe of your cock.
Thank you. But we'll kill it there for a Thursday, but we'll be back tomorrow with an all-new Friday edition of the Detroit Cast.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Listen to that voice.